What's going on, people? It's your boy. So, um, I kind of want to speak on a little, yeah, I guess you could say a topic or a slew of um, reviews that they really been irking me as far as when it comes to um, Dragon Ball Super and the events that have come latent or thus far, whatever the word, you get what I'm saying. Um, and I see so many people they're making assumptions about Goku and what he can do and what his new abilities are, what his new transformation is, how this is going to go this way or that way, you know, and they're just speculating. When have you ever known Goku to have uh, a true limit that he himself couldn't either figure out how to surpass or figure out a way around? He's always been able to do it with his transformations, everything. I mean, he's a martial arts genius. The way he attacks things, the way he approaches situations, and certain things, a lot of people don't get it. They don't understand that a lot of times he's trying to test out either his strength against them or their strength against him, see where he measures up with, and how he can break out and surpass that. And so when they see Magate and Goku, when they see Ultra Instinct, Omen, that form, they naturally assume that um, like that was it. Like what he displayed when that ability first came to light, when everybody first seen it in what was it, 110, um, that's the limit to what he can do. So when they measure him up in battle, they don't take into account that he's just not learning it. It was the first time he ever experienced it. He didn't even know what it was. When Vegeta stepped down and asked him, "Hey, what just happened?" He said, "I don't even know myself," basically. So with that being said, the display that he showed, what did you see in that first fight? What you saw was him dodging everything sickly, him pinpointing so accurately where someone was going to be before they was going to be there. Like when Dispo and Topo came down and tried to hit him with the little attack. When they tried to jump him, they tried to jump him. There ain't no pride trooper. That ain't no pride trooper type stuff. They tried to jump that dude. So when they came down to try to jump him, because they got scared for Jiren. So they like, man, we got to get down here. We got to help this dude out. They came down. Dude, when Bruce Lee put the hands up, or Bruce Leroy, if y'all know about the Last Dragon, and put the hands up, grabbed him, tossed him. Topo tried to do the little Justice Flash on him, and that boy Matrix stopped away. It was incredible. Then when you saw him the second time, he transformed against Kefla. He came through, and I mean, his weave game was just, it was air apparent. It was on some Floyd Mayweather. I hate to say Floyd Mayweather because I really don't even like that dude, but it was on that kind of level or whatever. Not that, I mean, he do his thing as a fighter or whatnot. I mean, he got his hustle, and that's basically what it is. But just his character and how he approaches certain things or whatever. It seemed like he might be growing up a little bit. I don't know, but anyway, uh, his weave game was crazy. Then I mean, whatever she tried to fire at him, whatever she tried to throw at him, whatever she tried to do, it just was not playing. She was getting madder, thus, and she was getting stronger in her form, and it still was not doing anything to Goku. Now, if you really look closely in the fight with him versus Kefla, right? So he comes down, he weaves all her stuff, right? She throws the little blast, right? The little cluster blast at him or whatever. He goes down, he's going down backwards, right? Or upside down or whatever. She comes down, she shoots it at him or whatnot. He sticks his feet into the mountain, bends back, and weaves those, still going down, looking. It's like he's zoned out, right? Looks at her, and then he hits her, but you see it in his eyes. You can tell when he's about to do something. It's always some kind of flash with it, you know, or some kind of look, like he starts to think, all right, I'm finna hit her, and he boom launches her across, right? But it wasn't powerful at all, right? I mean, it was powerful to normal standards. It did send her flying. It did bust her through some rocks. So you know, and that's with not even partially controlled offensive instinct, right? So he does that, and then when she goes onto the top of the little mountain deal, and she just starts letting loose, throwing out laser beam type jagged stuff going everywhere, right? And it's tearing up everything, ka-ching, flying everywhere, right? And this is the same stuff that was supposed to hold up, and that was supposed to be improved from when the gods of destruction was fighting on it. And she's turning this stuff all the way up. You know what I mean? So she's slicing through things. This dude is weaving, and you seen it kind of catch his elbow, like kind of graze it a little bit, and he was like, "Oh man, hold on," you know what I'm saying? Because he was charging into the attack, so he was temporarily out of his defensive instinct. You see what I'm saying? So he was in that. So as he was thinking about the attack, he was still kind of in that. That's when he goes up, he jumps off the deal and says, "Man, I gotta end this." Charges at her or whatnot, and then he starts charging up the Kamehameha. He's going at her and everything. He's jumping from rock to rock. They're exploding or whatnot. And he's still doing it, but at this time he's just slightly getting a little control over offensive and defensive. While his defensive is controlling the main focus, he diminishes his defensive instinct partially when he goes into the offensive mindset because he don't know how to control that yet. So it's not an instinct at all on his offense. It's purely thought, right? He's already thought. He know what attack he's going to do. I need to finish it. He goes straight to Kamehameha, right? So when he does that, um, that puts him in a. That was my daughter messing around with stuff, but that puts him in a mindset that uh, uh, derelicts the defensive instinct, right? So think about this, man. Think about this. When he comes up and he pairs the two together, this is just the genius of Goku. He pairs the two together, slides across her beam that she shoots down, right? Because he already got the ball charged up, and Whis mentions it a little bit. So he already got the Kamehameha charged up. He can get out of that mindset, slip back into full defensive instinct, slides across the top of the beam, turns around, and he's right there. He already had it charged up. He's already had it ready. He just need to hit it at the right moment. Bam! Hits her with the Kamehameha. She's out of there. She's out of there, right? So now, each time he gets ready to go in there, he's improving his stamina. This is one thing that a lot of people, it just don't seem like they catch him, right? So throughout the tournament or whatever, he's been doing various different uh, transformations, right? So he's doing all the various different transformations and everything, and he's pushing himself further and further, pushing his stamina further and further as he goes, right? Slipping out, getting beat down, using everything and doing it. He's doing that for a reason. His reason is he realizes that Ultra Instinct takes a lot of stamina. So if his body for another time is going to access that Ultra Instinct, he needs to be in a state to where his body is used to pushing itself further and further past its limits, which is why it made it harder for him to go into Ultra Instinct this last time. Right? And even when he went into it, he hadn't gone into the full thing because he still really doesn't know what this whole thing is. He got an idea, but he still doesn't know about it. He says that to Kefla. He said, I'm still getting used to this, I'm still learning, I know what it's called now. I remember when we talked to me about it, but I never experienced this before. And it's happened in a matter of minutes. Now this shows you here how cold this dude is. So this next fight against Jiren, when he goes this next time, he's gonna be he was gonna be a lot stronger. And I've seen that episode. I'm gonna do the review on that later. But in his mind, like I'm gonna be better when I tap into it again. I really don't really know how to tap into it. You know, he gets to that point. He's pushed to his limits, and each limit was different. Each force that he had to push and break past was different from the Genki Dama, right? To that kick to the neck that was just so severe. He went out and he was just like, man, I can't go out like this. And a little bit of male pride, I'm pretty sure, tapped into that. You know, he's like, oh no, I ain't going out like this. The girl done kicked me in my neck, embarrassed me, doing one of my tricks, right? Came back from that, and this last time was the fact that Vegeta put everything into him, left it all to him. We don't know where Frieza is, but I'm sure he's smart enough that he's there. You need to keep all of Jiren's focus on him, right? Um, so he's like, yo, I can't let them down, can't let my family down. And then you go back to Battle of the Gods, where he was almost out of there against Beerus, right? Got that, and then he was out of God mode, right? Then bam, God mode came back into him, and he piled up. Same thing with Ultra Instinct on this last time. Heard all the voices, thought about all of it. I can't lose. It's my time now. Bam, back in the Ultra Instinct. Y'all know the music. Behind the boy, Jiren. Now Jiren's at several levels higher than he was when he first fought Goku in Ultra Instinct mode. Several levels because of what's been going on. He's had to go up. Now I say he was at probably about 75, maybe 80% full power, right? So when Goku did that, he was like, what? He said, Nani? What? Goku behind him. He like, oh no, you're not finna embarrass me because now he not ready to flip the script. It's no more quiet Jiren no more. Jiren is on this deal like, I'm finna show you what true power is type thing. So when Goku did that or whatever, he was like, what? How the hell this dude do? Oh no, you ain't finna embarrass me like this. I'm finna go ahead and dust you off real quick. Comes at him, boom, boom. Goku weave. And then he hit him again. Weave. Right? Last weave, he ain't even moving completely away. This last weave, he was just like one of those type of things. Like, I see it, I'm not even going, I don't even got to do that much, man. He making a statement as well. Move, bow, punch him, right? That's something totally out of context than what he did. And if you think about it, Goku likes to do payback type stuff. And when Beerus chopped him in the back of the neck, he got Beerus back again with that same move when he was fighting him, right? When he leveled up, got the upper hand a bit, right? Same thing with Jiren. The last fight with Jiren and Goku was coming up off the deal with the punch, right? Jiren caught the punch, right? Absorbed that power in his hand and blasted Goku away, right? Hold him. Smooth hold him, right? Goku remember that. So when he did that, boom, that last week, oh yeah, remember you punched me that last time? Got your ass. Gutted his ass, right? Thinking that boy Jiren was like, oh my God, right? Because he is in tune with his defensive instinct. He basically he's got the timer down, just like when he fought Hit. He got the timer down. Okay, I'm gonna be here. This is all progression, folks. This is all progression. So he said, I'm gonna be this far past this dude. I can think about this. I can afford to think about this. He wasn't all the way master, or else he would have looked differently if he'd had it. So that was a thought too. But at the same time, he done figured out, okay, this is how my defensive part works. This is what it feels like. This is the timing on it. This is how far I'm ahead of you. Blam, stomach blow, right? Holds him. And as we see, Jiren got to collect himself. They stand in the park for about 20, 30 seconds, real showtime, right? Everybody else is thinking this and thinking that or whatever. Then you see him, the same attack. It's just from a different angle. When he launched that Kamehameha is what they call it anyway, and he just launched that blast, right? It looked more to me like a Masenko, when the way he hit it and launched it down to him. It looked more to me like that. Everybody keeps saying Kamehameha, but that's just my thought. Y'all write some comments if y'all think it was something else at the bottom, right? So he does that from a different angle. Jiren's powering up all his and then Aretha, go back if somebody already have it where it's been translated to new spoiler, right? You read so this is spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, if you ain't seen none of the stuff, you don't want to, go ahead and cut this thing off because I'm finna go and spoil the rest of it out, right? So Jiren, it says on there that Jiren says he gotta put all his power into his hand. He's going 100% now. All his power in his hand, and then he's finna launch it up at Goku, because Goku hit him with that attack, right? It knocks Goku back, but because he's in a attack mode at that time, and he gets blasted with Jiren's full power, that's another thing. His full power stuff is heavy attacks, right? That triggers the other part to come into play. That combined with that, and Goku's just pure genius, and then you get Super Saiyan White or Silver Haired or Master Ultra Instinct or whatever you want to call it. Now, think about Goku's power in general, right? Think about Goku's power in general. He has such massive power, but, right, if your body knows what strike or what attack to do at all times, in whatever situation, that means it can utilize your power in its densest form. It can utilize your power in its softest form. It can do trick moves. It can do whatever. So think about it. It's really no limit to Goku's power. And then once you got control of God Ki, honestly, and I don't think they written in it. I'll have to read some mangas, but I'm just gonna bet on it myself. I'm gonna say once you get control of God Ki, I think your shit is limitless. So if you use an instinct of attacks, right, you can do anything with any amount of power. This is my thoughts. This is what I'm thinking about. Now, people just keep shortchanging. They say, man, he really ain't no challenge to Jiren with this and this and that and this. And they still going off that first showing. Then you also got to think, he was out of stamina. He had nothing. He was running purely on the power of the Genki Dama, right? Which was running out. Hence the heat. The heat looked different when he fought Kefla. Though she said she felt it from far away, Goku figured out, I can power up in this thing. I can use some of this to my... Think, man, this boy Goku, he's on, man. So, moral to my story is this, okay? Stop underestimating and stop going off by what you see. If you really know Goku and you've been watching this thing since the beginning, you already know how he thinks, you already know how he improves, and you know it really ain't no limit. It's really not no limit. It was something that was seen in him by Beerus, and something that was seen in him by Whis, and something that's always seen in him by everybody else. And the only person that continues to show him that type of respect is Krillin. Every time he's in the stand, he's showing that respect. Y'all need to do it too when y'all doing these reviews. All right. If you like what I said, if you got thoughts, hey, comment down below. Otherwise, you want to support your boy, and you like what I did, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? With a Kamehameha or a Big Bang Kamehameha. I know that's GT, but, hit it with that thing. Okay. Subscribe to your boy. Tell people about me, man. Get them over to